people when doctors get from milestone 2, which is go live, and they want to get to the attestation phase, we send Bala and one of his people out, and they will help the doctor on site to do what's necessary to get the attestation through the CMS website.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Bala Vignesh, Tirumalai Nambi, so you can call me Bala, like Bill mentioned. Thank you for the introduction, Bill. First of all, I'd like to thank Dr. Tailor for being on the stage. A few quick words. We met Dr. Tailor about 1.5 months ago, if not 2 months ago, and so we met him about 2 months ago. When we met him, he was already halfway through meaningful use. And we sat with him and we did unusual gap analysis like any of our analysts would do. And we found out that he did not have too many gaps. So we found out the gaps and we taught him what he needs to do. And before the end of the session, if I'm not wrong, Ron was with me and another analyst, Tina was also with me. We kind of calculated how many days it's going to take before he's going to test. And it fell on September 19th. So our team all together explained, wait, that's on the mover seat. So that's how we kind of decided that Dr. Tailor was going to do it today. And Dr. Tailor, with all his cheery self, said, yes, I do it. Okay. So here we are. So we already entered all the numbers in to save time, obviously. And we just have a few more we're just a few more button clicks away before we can get the attestation ID, which I'm going to ask Dr. Tailor to do. So let's start.
All right. So, and I will be available for autographs.
You got a pop-up.
Okay. So these are the list of, there are 3 different lists: the core list, the menu, as most of you might be aware of that for now, and then there is a clinical quality measures list. So I'm just going to give you a quick brief of how it looks like. So these are his core objective numbers: the CPOE, his different medication lists, medication allergy lists. I should tell you, Dr. Tailor did a great job in documenting the entire list of core criteria. And okay, so the next one is the menu list. So he had to choose 5 from the 10, and he had more than 5. He had about 8 that he could choose from, and we sat with him and we decided that we're going to choose the 5 that you see on the screen now.
I think we picked the 5 that are the highest percentages.
Right, we did. So we had 100% in a couple, so we decided to choose that. And the last one, like I mentioned before, is the clinical quality measures list. And there are about 44 to choose from. We had plenty to choose from Dr. Tailor's practice. And we chose the 3 core. He had the numbers for the 3 core. And then we also chose the 3 again, which had the most percentages from the menu list. So, having said that, sorry, I clicked that. Okay. So we're just going to select. You're basically agreeing to a list of statements.
Sure. The information submitted for clinical quality is generated as output from an identified EHR, which I was lucky enough to use, and we'll get into that in a minute. Information submitted is accurate to the knowledge of myself. The information submitted is accurate and complete for numerators, denominators, exclusions, and measures applicable to myself. The information submitted includes information on all patients to whom the measure applies. And a 0 is reported in the denominator of measures when a EP did not care that didn't apply.
So,
Drum roll, please.
okay, are you sure?
Now, before we take that last step, I want to remind Bala something he told me. There's a number that comes up on the test that never comes up again. That in order to give credit to all the help that HITEC was able to give me, we have to make sure we take down.
Thank you so much for bringing that up. I didn't mention it. Okay, so this is the last step. So this is you're basically agreeing to the terms and conditions. We don't want to read the entire thing, but it also says that I get half the money. So I'm just going to say agree. This is it.
Of course, we have to pay it. Which will be equal to that.
Agree?
Anybody?
So,
It's being recorded. It's being recorded.
It's being recorded, so we're
Being
fine.
recorded. We have
So
it.
Dr. Tailor is 10,202nd doctor in the country to attest. That's the life station. So we can continue with celebrating the rest of the movers who did the same thing not a long time ago. So we're going to start with celebrating Dr. Tailor. If you don't mind, you have to just okay.
Where's the music?
So we're going to start with Dr. Tailor. And I'm going to read the rest movers list now. I request the movers to walk on the stage, or the regional directors who represent the practice to walk on the stage. So I'll start with Dr. Rhodes.